Man, probably a fun fact on me is that I like to read. Like I like to read. That's a lost art nowadays. Oh, my great uncle is Jesse Owens. He won 4 gold medals in 1936.
I always want to leave people with this, man, to all the viewers and everybody out there, man. Make sure you guys finish your story. Make sure you guys finish your journey because somebody's going to need it.
Yeah. All you got to do is push the back button. That's all you got to do. Push the back signal.
Try not to think about the future too much so you can maximize the now.
Who's your favorite rap artist?
Man, to be honest, it's crazy. Tupac always been my number one, right? Like he got me through so much stuff, but Lil Wayne has been in the modern day.
I said, what does it really take? What does it really take to be great, Drew? And he looked at me and he was like, you really want to know? And he was like, to be honest, everything you did to get here, you need to be consistent times 10.
What's up, everybody out there doing today? Welcome to the Sports Chatter Show. It's Tuesday night. It's your boy, Coach Lee. Man, we're back at it like we're mad at it. It's time to run one with you guys. What's up, Two? How you doing up there, brother?
I'm good, man.
You awake?
Yes, sir. We awake out here, man. You know what it is, man. Where my tacos at? Did anybody that's watching this tonight bring me tacos? If not, go to the store and get me some.
Already.
I'll give you my address. I hope everybody good on this lovely Tuesday night.
Man, it's Tuesday, Sports Chatter Show, where we talk about group topics, open discussions, open submission, however you want to call it. And normally we have some pretty good doozies in here.
Absolutely. Seems like a stellar one tonight, at least for me.
So right off the bat, man, the first one tonight called Top Shelf. And this one is from Chris St. Clair. Shout out to Chris. The first non-LeBron one that we've had in a while. Appreciate you, man. So he put up a picture. It's got a lot of Hall of Fame greats, Super Bowl winning quarterbacks and such. You got Brett Favre, you got John Elway, Roger Staubach. You got Peyton Manning, Joe Montana, Tom Brady, and Dan Marino. So he put it to the group to ask, how would you rank these people? Rank them, as far as 1 through 7. And we had a couple of comments on this. Right off the bat, how would you rank these QBs too?
Off the bat, how would I rank them? Being real, I gotta rank basically who I seen first. That's how I gotta do it. I got a base ranked off that and then in and out. So the first person is somebody that I actually tuned into, got to see him play. I'm gonna say Peyton Manning is number 1 for me. That's just my opinion. Number two, I'm gonna take a world turn with it. Honestly, I'm gonna go Dan Marino at number 2. At number 3, I can't disrespect the guy that's the man now. I have to go Tom Brady at 3. At number 4, I am going to go John Elway at 4. At number 5, I am going to go Roger Staubach.
Okay.
At number 6, I am going to go Joe Montana, and I'm going to go Brett Favre at 7.
Okay. I can rock with that. See, J Rim, he's like, for him, it was Montana, Brady, Manning, and everybody else can just fall where they want. See, Tyler got Brady, Manning, Montana, Favre, rest however you want. That wasn't Nick Simon, fellas.
Yes, exactly. Child, I see comment over here. Tyler, Brady, Manning, Montana, Favre, rest however you want. I mean, we here, you could have finished that, you know what I'm saying? You started typing. No need to be lazy, Mr. Lapine. You could have wrote down the rest of the list. You already written 4. Should have finished the 3 out. Now, if you didn't watch those guys, I can understand that, Chuck Black.
I had Marino first, Brady second, Montana third, Elway fourth, Staubach fifth, Favre seven, and Manning eight. I mean seven. I'm sorry, Favre six, Manning seven.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's interesting right there. Very, very interesting. So you may not like a lot of the chatter that goes around Peyton, figuring that he's 7 on this list of QBs.
Nah, he's for me, Peyton he put up a lot of big numbers. He definitely, from an IQ standpoint, by far the best. But for me, I just think he ran into the buzzsaw, and a lot of times he had to have a defense that was complementary to him.
Right, definitely.
Versus being able to pick that defense up. And at the same time, he threw that Super Bowl, to a lot of angst to get their first and only ring.
Right. I hear damn brother already. Montana has 6. Reason why Montana is 6. I played a game with people, when they came to Tom Brady, you know what I'm saying, winning and all that, and then they kept trying to compare him to Montana because of the rings and all that. I don't know. I guess so. But what I take from it is that, one, can anybody replace Brady? Any QB that was there, listed there, could they have been replaced and the success be better? And that's why I had to put Montana low on the list, because Steve Young did replace him. Steve Young did win the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So I have to put that around. You know what I'm saying? Give credit to Joe, but Joe was already gone by that time. That's why Montana's at 6 for me. You know what I'm saying? It's a tough list. I can't throw Roger Staubach at 7. He's a Cowboy. Got to be biased there. So he wasn't going to go 7 regardless. And I grew up a heavy Peyton Manning fan. I respect the hell out of Jim Harbaugh, Dan Marino. Those guys right there, lucky enough for John, he was able to have a team to get over the hump. Marino was just a guy had flat out talent. And you couldn't take that away from him. So, it can be disrespectful. But at the same time, when you put it all together, and I'm thinking of a sense of careers, and I wasn't born for a lot of Joe Montana's career, but I mean, you put it push the notion, it was like, any other QB in the league, you know what I'm saying? They was going to wait till you got old and then ship your ass out. And I mean, the success was still there for the 49ers because Jerry Rice was still there, unfortunately. So, you can just throw a QB over there, Jerry Rice is going to catch it.
True that. See, for me, I put Marino first because first of all, luckily for me, I was able to see all of these quarterbacks play in their prime. Show my age there a little bit, but still. Marino, for me, he is the prototype that a lot of the quarterbacks that you see playing today, as far as recognizing defenses, the quick releases to get the ball out of your hand. That was all stuff that Marino excelled at, and nobody had seen up until that point in time from a QB. 2,000-yard receivers, and this is in the era where quarterbacks didn't get the pocket protection. Wide receivers can get mauled down the field, so it was more of a defensive league, and he was putting up those astronomical numbers like that. For Brady, 7 rings kind of do it for me. I think him going to Tampa Bay and being able to do it without Belichick, even though he was able to bring some people over with him, help him out, but at the end of the day, he still did it. Montana, grew up watching Montana. I was too young to watch when he played, for Notre Dame, and he made a trip here to the Cotton Bowl and put it on U of H. But at the same time, I was able to see Joe, from the catch all the way up to the time, when he played with Kansas City and whatnot. Elway, I kind of grew up with Elway too. But the unfortunate side of it, my younger brother is a huge Elway and Denver Bronco fan. So we watched a lot of Bronco games in the house because that's what bro wanted to watch.
Absolutely.
Starbuck, now, hey, it's Captain Comeback. The whole America team narrative, even though I'm not a fan of that, you can't think about the team like that without thinking about Starbuck. For what he did, serve the country, come over here and still put up the numbers he did. Won 2 Super Bowls, went to 3, won 2. So it's not bad. Brett Favre put up some big numbers. Yeah, Brett, he always struggled against the Cowboys at that point in time. I think once he got over that hump and got a supporting cast for himself, he was able to deliver. And then again, Peyton Manning, for me, like I say, not necessarily a system quarterback, but he, if allowed to put his stamp on his offense to have major input, he delivered results. It's just that he needed adequate defense in order to help him do that. Even his time at Indy, even though they beat up on a overmatched Chicago team, but still, that defense was pretty decent that year.
I know this will get people. Okay. I know this will get people fired up, but Starbuck isn't even better than Eli Manning. And I wouldn't even get mad with you about that because I don't think Eli's a scrub either. I don't think Eli's a scrub. You know what I'm saying? There's different ways to describe a QB or, critique a QB. You know what I'm saying? Like, Eli wasn't in the situations he was for no reason. You know what I'm saying? With the Super Bowls, even if he just went to those Super Bowls and lost, he was there. You know what I'm saying? Right. So at some point, something was clicking. And I mean, throughout his, from going to college to the NFL, shadowing behind your big brother is a big task, and it showed for years. But then, you get some type of comfortability. You need the playoffs. You start rolling. You get in that position. So Eli better than Roger Staubach. I wouldn't be mad if you said that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see Roger enough, but like I said, I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. I got to know my history of the Cowboys, and that man right there, I'm going to take him. I'm going to take Roger. Going to take him. So I love the comments. Love comments from anybody in and out coming in, man. Appreciate it, man. That's what feeds and feeds us more, you know what I'm saying, to get to you guys. So appreciate you, Mike.
So in regards to, I'm looking at this comparison and ditto to what you said about the comments portion of it. But looking at a comparison, so Eli played for about 15 seasons.
Yep.
Roger played 10. Super Bowl wins, they each have 2 apiece. And I misspoke on Roger. Roger went to 5. They have him down going to 5 Super Bowls. 71, 72, 76, 78, and 79. So 5 Super Bowl appearances in 10 years.
That's 2 a pop. If you in that generation full of bracket, then you know what I'm saying, and that just puts the icing on the cake on the whole Eli Manning and Roger Staubach debate to me.
So 5 in 10 years versus 2 in 15 years, and you got to think 2 of those Super Bowls, they went up to where some people might argue is the greatest defense of all time. Still Purdy. Right. Playoff appearances. Roger went from every year that he was from 69 to 79, every year he played, he went to the playoffs. Eli went to the playoffs 6 times.
And then they cheated him out of his start record. Dang.
Yep.
Damn Eli. But shout out to the Manners though, man. That show that they buzzing on ESPN2, you know what I'm saying? Is the
pretty nice.
I like the show. I like I hope it keeps going. It gives that vibe, on a Monday night. A lot of people don't really want to watch. I mean, people watch football on Monday nights, but you know what I'm saying, depending on the game situation. But when you got those 2 guys over there, obviously they're legends. You know what I'm saying? it's good to see that side of them. You know what I'm saying? You probably think the man is a boring if you never met him. I never met him, but just seeing him on television and seeing that, even if it's scripted, hey man, they did the right script and they drew it up for those guys.
A couple of last things that I'm looking at on here, and I hadn't even thought about comparing the two. Good comparison. But looking at, of course, Eli's got him in touchdown passes, 360 to 153. But Eli's touchdown percentage, 4.5% ratio versus Roger at 5.2. But this is why I say Roger is going to be better than Eli. Eli in 15 years, he had 42 game-winning drives. Pretty impressive. Roger had 23 in 10 years. Yards per attempt, 7.7 from Roger in a non-passing league back then. 7.7 yards per attempt versus Eli's 7. And QB rating, Eli 84.1, Roger 83.4 in a non-passing era. So at the end of the day, I'm at the roll with Roger, man. Eli got the longevity by far. But Roger, I think Roger was Mr. Prolific when it came to the playoffs.
Eli never played with a single offensive Hall of Famer. The only Hall of Fame he ever had was straight hair. It makes a difference. Oh, yeah, definitely makes a difference, man. Which is why those titles will never go unmatched. But that was a complete team effort. You know what I'm saying? Eli had his steps and stalls, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying, the blueprint wasn't on from Eli. Eli made plays. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, his team had to really bulk up to win those games. You know what I'm saying? It's different, man. I mean,
Eli's best year from a QBR standpoint, he got a 93.6 in 2016.
Eli was shaky. Now, if you was talking about Eli and maybe Troy Aikman, I could fence with you, Mike, but I can't fence with you on Roger Staubach because you give me Eli and then you give me Aikman. That's two kind of shaky QBs, but they somehow could turn it on when you need to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would compare that to Troy Aikman. I wouldn't bring Roger Staubach in the conversation.
Yeah. Hall of Fame. That's good. It's a good way to look at it. Definitely, he played with more Hall of Famers.
Definitely did.
So I would definitely give him that, but I can't discount the era. You can take the quarterback's head off. There was no pass protection. There was no protection for the wide receivers. So all the yards they got was earned. It wasn't this good release. The DB playing trail. But yeah, I get it. I definitely see more of a Troy Aikman comparison. Because Roger, his concentrated work to me was more impressive. And I think Roger was like 26, 27 when he came in the league. Because he had to finish his Vietnam tour.
Gotta show those old men, that come in the league late, man. Those late leaguers, some respect, man. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't silver spoon, silver fed, man. Had to have daddy, you know what I'm saying, get you to New York, you know what I'm saying, things like that. How about if Eli played in the desert or something? Will we be talking about Eli then? We don't know.
If he had went to San Diego like he was supposed to.
But shout out to Eli though, man. He got those rings in New York. Daddy forced his in.
He earned them.
Daddy couldn't force Roger to not get in the league yet, man. He had to finish his time. So it's crazy, man. Well, no, man. Legendary QBs, man. We're hitting a weird time right now with the QB kingdom, as I call it, the quarterback kingdom. And there's going to be a lot of quarterbacks leaving the castle soon or not getting this stamped. Restamped. Lastly, Eli's 2011 season when he beat Brady at second time, he had 4.933 and 29 touchdowns. The last ranked Russian offense and bottom 5 defense. He carried the Giants on his back in 15 four-quarter touchdowns, tying the NFL record. But then I can't. No. But then I can't really give him that because just being a man people expected that from him. So when you don't give them that, and then you give a season where you have a bottom 5 defense and a last ranked Russian offense, that sums up Eli's career for you. You know what I'm saying? Like he came around when it was like least expected. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's Eli's career. But it ended up in 2 Super Bowl rings for him, 2 great playoff, you know what I'm saying, runs, and I gotta give that to him. But when I'm expecting something out of somebody, and it's crazy because I wasn't a Giants fan at all, but just the Manning pedigree, I expected Peyton to go out there and do that work every week. So I'm going to expect little brother to do it too. Yeah, it's reality where you know he can't do it, but when he does it 1 or 2 times, I'm not surprised at all.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. How about if they had a top 5 defense that year and a ranked Russian offense? The stat line would probably have been Eli throwing 40 picks. So it's kind of like I said, man, that's just sums up Eli's career, man.
Eli had some. Now, I'm glad that he knocked out Brady twice.
Yeah, he had some great games. He had some great games.
But overall, his body work as a whole, Eli had some bad seasons.
Right.
And I really can't say I just remember Rodgers having a season like other than his rookie season when he was sharing time with Craig Morton. Other than that, I can't just say Rodgers had a bad season. But definitely good input. All day. So we're gonna power through this. We're gonna go to the next topic.
Yes, sir.
This one's get the bag.
Get the bag.
We talked about this a little bit yesterday. This is in reference to the 600 touchdown ball from Tom Brady.
600.
So the 600 touchdown ball that the fan gave back to Brady and the Bucs organization. In return, the fan got 2 signed jerseys, a helmet from Tom Brady, plus a helmet from Tom Brady. He got a signed Mike Evans jersey and game cleats, $1,000 credit at the Bucs team store, and 2 season tickets for the rest of this season and for next season. So we talked about it a little bit last night. As you see, we got pretty good comments on it from everybody. So right off the bat.
And hearing last night, well, today, hearing through the game last night, that he gave him a share of his Bitcoin, which one of his Bitcoins equals up to $63,000.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
talking about a little something.
And I think that's where I was kind of coming at last night. Like, you know, when we first seen it, when we first got the first thing, it was $1,000 credit at the Bucs team store and 2 season tickets for the rest of the season, next season. So in all, I just think the organization was just going to come up with that solution, and that was all. You know what I'm saying? Take that and be out. But then, you know what I'm saying, obviously Tom Brady plays here. Tom Brady is the owner and the GM and the offensive coordinator and the defense coordinator for this team.
Mm-hmm.
So Brady, in order to take that unwanted, you don't want that unwanted media in here, especially when you can do something right. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to cost you to sign your name on a football. It's not going to cost you to sign anything on a jersey at all. So Brady's like, we got to think strategic. For the last 20-something years, the last 20 years or less, the Bucs were nothing. You know what I'm saying? They were nothing. So we can't have this bad media. We're a good team, probably gonna get to another Super Bowl, probably not. You know, my Cowboys are gonna be there. And yeah, at the end of the day, Tom Brady sweetened the deal out, man. You know what I'm saying? Tom Brady sweetened it out. Of course, Mike Evans, you know what I'm saying? Hey, it don't cost you a thing, Mike Evans. Cool. Science don't cost nothing. That guy got good value at the end of the day for that. After the media and all of us had to scream at him, and Brady was watching. People on social media, people throughout all the media airstreams, they hear us. They listen to us. Rather it's me, you, Geppetto, or Pinocchio. They listen to all of us. And they take bits and sounds and they put them on their shows. I always say we're smarter than a lot of these people on television. They ain't know damn well. If we didn't have social media or anything today, that guy would have got shafted.
Yeah.
But since there's social media and everything today, now the guy could have called on the phone and said, hey, I wanted this and that. You know what I'm saying? He could have pushed it. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody wants that bad press on social media. Nobody. Some people do. A lot of people don't.
So, how much you think that ball's gonna sell for ultimately?
Ball's gonna sell ultimately. Oh man, that ball gonna sell. And Brady's the type of guy where depends on how much he signs after he retires. I can see Brady not signing after he retires. I can see Brady stuff all being auctioned. And if that auction is the case, that's gonna go to the highest dollar. So we don't even have a price sign on it. Then that's the crazy thing about it. And that's why a lot of people said that the guy should have kept that football. Because you don't know what that value is going to be. If Brady sits between 600, well, now he obviously past about 602. If he stays under 700, that ball is a gold mine. Regardless, it's Tom Brady on it. He's going to have value all day. You think of Michael Jackson, Elvis, you know what I'm saying, the Beatles. That value is going to go up.
Mm-hmm.
The ball deserves to go to Canton. Ultimately, where it could go. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately.
Here's the thing. You know, I'm looking at some of the comments some of the people made, like Joy in our group. Y'all the dumbest player right, and those jerseys and helmet are more than that ball. I got to disagree with that. Any Tom Brady jersey and helmet, you can't authenticate when it was signed. But you just know it's an authenticated signature. Right. But there are others of those out there. There's only one 600 ball.
There's only one. That's what I'm saying. It's a game ball. It touched. Hold on, just the thing about it. It touched Tom Brady's hands in game. He threw the touchdown in the game. That's not a replica football. That's not just a football Tom Brady's given. Like now, even a football, like Tom Brady's smart. Tom Brady gave him a signed helmet and a signed jersey, 2 of them, because Tom Brady knows what the market is, the value. Now you can get money for a football, but you ain't getting as much money for a football as you're getting it for a helmet and or a signed jersey of Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Mike Evans jersey game cleats at some point will downgrade, will go down because I mean. When you pitch your careers out, I mean, Tampa Bay will talk about Mike Evans, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that, but he won't be on the top list, 10 list of receivers all the time, you know what I'm saying?
That's true.
He'll be going out for signings, and he'll be signing stuff, probably regularly after he retires or whatever. It's just the lifestyle. Not disrespect towards him. But Tom Brady is Tom Brady, bro. So you gotta double think things sometimes. You gotta think things through. And I think that's the moral what everybody was trying to tell that young man.
Your ball does deserve to go to Ken. Matthew made a good point. He said at most he has about $25K of value. That ball was worth 50 to 500K. That's on the low end.
Right, on the low end. You know what I'm saying? On the low end. More than worth it, Brandon Warinka says. Oh, Uncle Leroy, cash value or all that is how much? and then he puts so I can flip this Mike Evans jersey into 100K. No, you cannot. I'm letting you know that right now. You will not flip 100K for that. It's authenticated jersey. Authenticated jersey, you'll definitely get like 2 max. You can get like 2 max for that. You know what I'm saying? Good thing it's not a custom.
On there for $180.
Right. Good thing you didn't get it. Good thing it wasn't a custom. That probably like 80, 90.
Nah. He should have held tight, man.
He should have held tight on that, man. But like I said, man, if the guy's satisfied, it looked like he wasn't. That's the thing too. Fans like players for different reasons. You know what I'm saying? And then there's people that have the love, and there's people that have the love. But it's a different type of love, and love comes in all different ways, man. So that guy just want to play golf. If Tom Brady said, I can't give you nothing, I'm sorry, sir, and walked out like he was a panhandler, that guy would have been happy. Just Tom Brady talking to him. I guess that's just him. That ain't me, though. Give me my cash. I need all this. I need all the news publicity. I need to be on the news forever. Day 10. This guy ain't giving it up. Nope. I ain't giving it up at all.
Trevor said, yeah, I take that. No sense of being a dick about it. But then Jose being a dick about it, F that. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, $500,000 worth at least. That much would change anyone's entire life for the better if managed well. I'm getting fired back. I mean, yeah, that's one way to look at it, but it was an honest mistake. I don't know. It just ain't that serious to me. That ball has sentimental value, so I wouldn't trip on it too much hard. Hey,
that ball
man,
would have been away. That ball would have been out the stadium.
I'd have chased the bag for that ball. Give me $700,000 is yours.
I want everything. I want season tickets. I want the bag. I want
everything Bitcoin that you gave me plus the money for it if I was to trade it in somebody else. If it means that much to somebody.
I want your Super Bowl ring, all that. Give me that. Give me that. And if you can't give me your Super Bowl ring, give me Gronk's.
Yeah, pick one. But we're gonna take our first break for the day. We're going to be back in about 15, 20 seconds.
Yes, sir.
What's up, world? Kyrie Robinson, man. New Orleans Saints veteran. Hey, man, make sure you guys go check out my guy, man, STWF, the media, man. Check them guys out. Y'all want to get sports talks with players, with fans, anything like that, man, go check them guys out, man. That's the place to be if you want to talk sports. Who that nation?
Man, last topic of the night, finish line. That's what Patrick say. Imagine the hate you get if you kept it, especially all the crazy people. Shit, they can't dictate my pocketbook.
Hey, hold on. No, I'm gonna be real. If he would have kept that ball, security would have been all around his place, everywhere, because they knew what was coming. That's why they tried to get that ball when they did.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. They knew what was going on. They know. They ain't crazy.
Get the bag. So, in regards to get the bag, this is in reference to. See, I wish my man was on here tonight, but you know what? He gonna see this, so we gonna talk about his squad anyway.
He hung over, man. Shout out to the Saints, man, on another win. I won't call it amazing or a great win. It was just a good win over Geno Smith and the Seahawks.
So this is yeah, I better get that shit together. This is in regards to let's see, Ducey West. Either Sean Payton holding back on offense passing plays or Jameis Winston not who y'all want him to be offensively. We moving slow in the way my Captain T Brady playing. We're not going to be ready for next Sunday or the rest of the season. I love my Saints. I'm just saying it. This is from a Saints fan. Hashtag defense always showing up. Honest assessment of his own team.
Be real, man. People got to realize, man, they watching sports and all that, man. And Ducey, man, I want to thank you for your participation in the group. And I'm not saying that this game was scripted or anything, but you go to Seattle, man. It's a tough place to play already. Tough place to grind and win. They grinding to win. Jameis Winston, a guy who we know can tend to make mistakes at times, didn't have a turnover last night. And as ugly as the game was, you would have expected him to have at least a few, and he didn't.
Mm-hmm.
The defense always does show up. You know what I'm saying? And as it should. Always had a stellar defense in New Orleans. Going into next week, man, you gotta have faith in your team, man. If you don't have no faith in your team against the juggernauts, then what are you rooting for, bro? That's
Say
my
again?
take on it. What are you rooting for? You're playing the game. You're 4-2. You're 4-2. Your team should be 2-4. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you're 4-2. You're going into Tampa Bay. This win against Tampa Bay, and football is football. As long as you get the W, you're gonna be talked about for a week. You scrap it out. You go out there and you compete. You got to remember, though, next week, the only thing I would say about next week for Jameis is that he's going to be playing against his former team. And I hope for Jameis's case, you know, it makes him play even harder. Like that first game when they played Green Bay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's got to have that attitude going into that game.
So, looking at some of the Saints' offensive numbers, I think it is something to it. I don't know if because I thought it was pretty interesting. I didn't look at the whole game last night. I had other stuff to do, but I tuned it in to the Manning broadcast I think it was probably towards the end, and just hearing how I think it was Peyton as they had Breeze on last night.
Yep.
And Peyton asked Breeze, does this look like the same offense he ran? And he didn't want to answer the question. There was some nervous laughter. But hell, even he know what's going on there.
Yeah, man, and that's the thing with Drew, man. Drew's gonna stay quiet on a lot of things. Ever since he opened his mouth about that Black Lives Matter crap, he ain't really been talking. You gotta realize too, when the John Gruden shit was going on, and it's still going on, but when the stuff was coming out, they kept Drew Brees off the air. Drew Brees was not on that Sunday Night Football air show, and he's one of the guys that sits at the panel before the game, halftime, after the game. They do not want Drew Brees at all in part. When Drew Brees was asked that question, he probably had ESPN on the other little microphone like, Drew, make sure you answer this nicely. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
They got Drew on a leash right now. Drew, you got this job. We're going to keep your ass on a leash.
So, right now, the Saints defense is doing it all for them. If you look at all stats, like points allowed, sacks, interceptions, all that type of categories, the Saints are ranked number one followed up by Buffalo. Their lowest, they're in the top. They're pretty much in the top 10 in every category except for sacks. They're ranked number 30 in sacks and 17 in fourth down percentage. But everything else, they're first in points, first in plays, first in passing touchdowns allowed, first in rushing yards allowed. They're first. I'm saying the defense has carried them in a lot of things. But when you look at it on the other side, and this is kind of who that's why I think this might, if he don't get a quarterback in the offseason, like I can see Russ going there because I think his time is done in Seattle. But if they don't get him a quarterback going into next season, and I've been seeing the rumors of Sean Payton possibly for the LSU job or the USC job. His daughter's 30 minutes away from USC. So they offense, though, ranked number 20 in measurable categories. And I mean, it's dismal. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4.
You don't think Mikey's going to help
5.
that? You don't think Mikey Thomas is going to help that upon arrival? You don't think he's going to help that?
Nah.
Okay.
It's kind of based on who's pulling the trigger.
I can agree with that.
There's 5 categories where they're ranked number 32.
That's crazy.
I'm sorry, 6 categories. Let me correct that.
That's wild.
They're ranked number 32 in yards, passing yards. This is Sean Payton's offense. Passing yards, pass attempts, pass completions, and red zone touchdowns. They're ranked number 32.
Maybe it is Sean's offense, and maybe
I take that back. Not red zone touchdowns. They're actually good in red zone touchdowns. They're number 1. They're number 32 on first down play percentage, yards gained. So they're always behind the chains.
Maybe they should kind of take Jameis off the leash. Maybe. I mean, if you're in a situation,
no.
I'm just saying.
30 for 30.
If you're not going to keep him, after this year, you're going to go explore your options, which we probably believe they are.
Right.
Just let him go. Because at the end of the day, he's going to need to go sign with somebody anyway. He's not going to want to be a backup next year. He's going to try to compete for a spot.
Do you think he gets another starting opportunity somewhere?
No. But, I mean, you still got to try to compete for a spot.
That's true. He's a professional at the end of the day.
Right.
So they play Tampa Bay Sunday, huh?
They play Tampa, man, and I think they have a chance to win that game, man. I think they do. They have defenders on the edges that can go and create some havoc, and they just got to defensively be able to play some possessions and be able to make some stops.
I think James is going to have a big game on Sunday. Tampa's secondary is their Achilles heel.
Right.
So they can get got on the back end.
Get the back end, man. I think the Saints right now, at their rate right now, they're comfortable. So I think these fans just need to be a little humble in regards to how they're critiquing them, man. Because I mean, football is great. You knew this season was going to be grindy and it's going to be crazy. And I mean, for Jameis last night to have no picks, man, you should be. I mean, you want more points, man, against the Seahawks team that's playing with Geno Smith. But at the end of the day, man, I mean, Geno's been a QB in this league, a veteran, and not one of the best, not a good QB, but able to just be in there. So it's not like it was gonna be a cakewalk last night.
Man, Geno, when he came in that Thursday night game and he came right in and performed, I'm like, okay. But then quickly, I was looking at the game of Pops. I'm like, well, there go Geno, we know.
Geno, definitely.
His body work says he's I think he's been on 4 or 5 teams?
4 or 5 teams, snuffed by the defensive player, or his offensive lineman, or whatever. Poor Geno, man. It's been a hard knock life for him, man. In these last 2 games, man, damn. Typical Geno Smith.
But we're going to see. Now, that game.
4:25 on Sunday.
Okay. It's the late game. It's even better.
Game before ours, baby. We got the spooky Halloween. We got Michael Myers, Freddy, everything all wrapped in one Sunday night.
Right.
Enjoy it. Don't go taking random people's candy.
Ultimately, Taysom not even doing his part. Their whole offense is just out of sync.
Taysom was never gonna do a part. I don't know what the fuck they did with Taysom. I don't even know, man. That's your definition of flash in the paint, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Keep it like that.
There were some people out there that said that he was a starting quality quarterback.
Yeah, we know one. He ain't here tonight. And if he was here right now, I'll tell him to have a confessional. Matter of fact, Leroy,
he's going to go down with that sinking ship.
We need a confessional tomorrow. And we're going to have Robert on the 1s and 2s while you give you confessional about what you thought about Taysom Hill's bum behind. Kemba Walker, 5 for 8 from 3-point range, man. If you're watching the Knicks game right now, the Knicks are pounding the 76ers, letting them have it, giving them everything but the kitchen sink and New York City pizza and rats. They get everything in New York tonight.
Hey, Patrick, I'll take his paycheck too.
I'll take his paycheck too, and that punch that offensive line gave him. I'll take all that. For an NFL career, I'll take it all.
Man, who you got for shout outs tonight, brother?
I want to give a shout out to the people, man. I want to give a shout out to the people. I want to give a shout out as well to anybody and everybody, man. That's just working hard every day, man. You know, this has been a crazy 2-year gap. And a lot of people we still going through stuff, you know what I'm saying? COVID's over, you know, we kind of thought it was going to be a breeze by, and we're dealing with other issues, rather it's people mandating, non-mandated, different things, depending on what state you live in. So each and every day, man, work hard, man. Salute everybody that's trying to work hard to be positive through these, you know, tough times.
No doubt. Hey, salute to you, brother. Appreciate you jumping on here as always.
All day.
Salute to everybody that chimed in tonight. Mike, Patrick. Who else we having here tonight? Mike and Patrick, appreciate y'all hopping on here with us, man.
Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Just in case y'all don't know, man, you know, share it on Streamways myself, you know what I'm saying? Sports talk with friends, you know, anything I can just throw it on, man, daily, man. Tomorrow we'll go lunchtime, 12 Eastern. So 11 everybody else's time that's on this side. You know, just talking sports, you know, freestyle version, you know, it could be any sport or anything I'm talking about at the time, anything you want to talk about. And just try to set a trend in the wave daily, man. You know what I'm saying? Along with 8:30. 3 nights a week. And then you get us on Sundays. Catch us, man. You know what I'm saying? Tap in, man. You got too many people in all these groups, man, that are on Facebook to probably go grab a piece of ass that you ain't gonna get. So support your homies. You know what I'm saying? You can click. I see it all the time. Take a click, a peek, watch 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Throw a like, a heart up. You know what I'm saying? You know, support is how you grind into success, man. You know what I'm saying? We better than all those people that you see from 12 until now. Trust me.
With that being said, get y'all behinds in there. Y'all help make the show become a star for the day. Right. But appreciate the family and support, man. Cowboys are back. I'm going to get as much of my Cowboy material in as possible. Watch the Mavs play these Rockets.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a good one, man. For supremacy of Texas, as I call it tonight. And I'm gonna take Mavericks. I took Mavericks tonight.
We shall see, man. But
is this their first home game?
Say again.
Is that first home game?
Yes, it is first home game.
Yeah, Luka needs a triple dub.
But make sure y'all tune in tomorrow for the basketball show, the number basketball show rather. 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific.
Yes, sir. During y'all happy hour, man. So if you enjoy happy hour, grab a drink, put on your YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and rock on. Come through. Come ride with us. Heard the Cowboys are whack. Well, I heard that Washington got a whole bundle of
y'all might start winning. You know, now there's rumor that Bezos gonna buy the team.
Bezos about to buy the team. Washington trash. Washington football trash. That's what we calling y'all. Washington football.
It kind of breaks my heart. I like Dan Snyder owning y'all.
We didn't get to make it to play the Cowboys yet. At least we could have been the team to beat y'all and slap y'all into the demise. But y'all already in the demise. This ain't even gonna be no fun playing y'all.
Y'all already 4 games behind.
Catch up. You better enjoy that catnip, Patrick.
We might have our magic number by Thanksgiving this year.
All right, we might just let y'all win this because it looks better for y'all in our division record. Shit. Y'all need LeVar Arrington.
In his prime. But hey, man, make sure y'all tune in here tomorrow. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Holla at your boy. You're not in the group. You need to get in the group. hey man, it's getting heating up. It's organically growing. Let's get it. With that being said, we'll see y'all tomorrow, 7:30 local. Without a doubt. Peace.
Peace out.